don't be intimidated if you don't get times like mine. It's because I've been running the game for a long time, so I won't try to explain much unless it's like someone had initial questions about how I approach something. But I try to my best. If there's like some unique situations that come up, I'll explain it. And I won't be using the keyboard for this, even though I normally use both the keyboard and controller. Because I do want to give also the organic Switch experience. I'm doing good. Also, by the way, I won't be answering any non-Octopath related questions since I want this to be focused on the Octopath stuff, so please don't be offended if I don't reply to you. So yeah, I made a mistake there. I didn't equip the quartz rod, but as you see there, I just optimized it and all is well. So I mean, there's not much to say in here. It's just everything straightforward. Hopefully, we'll get a more unique scenario for this. But the unique scenario where he doesn't summon his ad is pretty rare. So yeah, also I forgot to mention your summon can also take hits for you, which is pretty nice. So I'm actually gonna choose to heal here because he's for sure going to break the Guardian, so that's why I chose to heal there because I'm kind of lowish HP. Basically, you just want to react to what your summon does and what your summon hits. I got some pretty good hits and summon wins in, which is pretty nice, so... But if he doesn't hit this one here, I can be in trouble, but looks like he did indeed hit, so... We should be okay. Had he hit the wrong person here, I would have had to pretty much heal up and kinda defend so I don't take as much damage. Because when that thing goes kaboom, it deals like 180 damage to you. It's quite a bit. So this is an encounter that we didn't see before, but it's not weak to staff. So you can choose to break this with light attacks, but personally it's really slow to break with light attacks, so I just personally opt to always run from them. Because spells are pretty slow animation, and generally you can get 2 attempts at escaping in one character before like your animation for that even fully plays out, and you don't even lose that much time anyways.
There is no choice. Well then. I'll not be defeated.
And yeah, most of the things are just generally always in the same place, so you'll see why. You'll notice me like kind of just basically immediately reacting and like buffering a lot of a lot of actions or inputs rather.
There is no choice. Well then.
So you can either choose to get that light S now or later in the same screen. I mean, it depends on me. I generally will get it later, but I know a lot of people get it like immediately.
I've done my research on you.
So yeah, if you get caught by surprise, you don't get the 10% JP. Annoying, but you know, sometimes my party is full of slackers.
The flame guides us true.
Oh yeah, you can also like kind of almost immediately move after you finish killing an encounter here, so you'll notice here I immediately moved up.
You a lesson.
Well then. No, you will not.
Oh, ice, here's some proof.
Oh, actually, I didn't mean to do that.
What is the logical course of action?
Oh well, I'll just have to take an extra turn. Yeah, so I was supposed to only boost, or not boost Icewind there, but not a big deal.
Thus ends your lesson.
And for those wondering, it is not useful to learn Luminescence for a wrestle fight, because they're not weak to light. And yeah, you can actually get a third encounter here, but I'm just gonna kill it for general sake.
Oh, sacred light. The flame guides us true.
I don't think this one will listen to reason.
So yeah, like I said, for this fight we want Cyrus first, but he's last, or Cyrus before the icicles on turn 2, but you know we can't have nice things sometimes.
Well then. Well then.
But they kind of scattered their attacks, so it's not a big deal. It's just very annoying. Oh, that might be bad. Okay. So because I chose not to heal there yet, because these guys are gonna die and Russell goes last. But I am going to heal Cyrus now. So I'm gonna use a Soulstone here because Cyrus only has 1 BP and it's not gonna be that useful. So Russell should be at like 1500, like 1300 give or take. Because I didn't get that many ice winds. So I'm gonna heal here at Ophi because actually I don't need to heal. Because Wildfire won't kill. But this should be very close to killing. So yeah, generally, good rule of thumb. All those soul stones, 2 sets of fully boosted Holy Light. 2 sets of fully boosted Blizzard. Will take care of Russell. And yeah, that's an example of you kind of just like shooting yourself out. Right after right at the end of a cutscene. I'll learn here. Lightning Blast, so I need 119 more JP. It's actually pretty good. We got a lot of extra JP. It made Russell take longer, but assuming we don't get too many extra encounters here or get owned by Whistlewood, this segment is safer.
There is no choice.
So, because we encountered this before Whistlewood, we're not really going to be able to kill this meat. We can break with a fully boosted Holy Light, but we can just break it in. That should take care of it, so you can't really go for the 1-turn kill. You can't really go for the 1-turn kill before Whistlewood, so it actually makes a difference because when you in Whistlewood you gain a level or 2 if you kill something Whistlewood. And now we're just clearing encounters here, and thankfully, Whistlewood grinding is extremely generous. So I can pretty much take almost anything here, unless it's an ambush. And also I do want to mention here, that's not mentioned in my guide, your levels have a general multiplier on damage. So the higher level you are, the higher the multiplier the damage is. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it starts at like 0.050 and then increases to like 1.5 times or something like that at level 100 or level 99. But that's why I mentioned having levels before and after Whistlewood matter when it comes to killing encounters. I kind of put EM late. Hopefully I don't get an encounter here. Yeah, you'll see here I'm trying to make use of the little corner cutting, but even that, sometimes it just gives you an encounter, but I'm gonna try to run from this. I think it's just personal preference, because like when you press A to confirm on something, like you scroll, like for example for the equipment menu, you scroll up and down like each individual equipment, but L and R you still swap, but you're still on the equipment. That's why I'm personally just used to using L and R. So I'm gonna choose to flee from this encounter because a little annoying to break, but I didn't get the good RNG. Nothing you can do about it.
I'll do my best.
I actually have to heal Tressa here because she's gonna be at low HP for making Mac. Yeah, so something like this is pretty rare. You lose a lot of time, but not much you can do. I guess that supposedly makes up for my good Whistlewood run. Because also when you switch skills too, like you don't press like X specifically. Or you don't press you like you're still like on the actual like up and down scrolls through the skills that you can learn. Like that's kind of like the thing I wanted to get at.
I am not made for such battles.
You can see here I kind of hold my stick southeast. I don't think I got. Can't remember I got an ice stone, but I'll just grab that anyways. So generally when you grab that, you actually want to grab that on your first pass here, because on your second pass, you're taking a longer path. And grabbing in the extra items can get you that closer of a chance of getting an encounter. So I forgot to kind of mention that. Also, you can get an encounter here, but it's relatively rare. It's just like really unlucky if you get the encounter. But there's not much you can do to it because this particular encounter is hard to break. See ya. Yeah, so that's just an example of being unlucky. Like, there's not much you can do, but for whatever reason, I surprised my foe, so I get a get out of jail free card. And occurrences like that are really rare because you're extremely underleveled in the higher level area. And if you get those encounters, there's nothing you can do. And yeah, that's an example of a successful bush skip. A lot easier on Switch. So we got this encounter here. This encounter is static. We also got caught by surprise, so that's pretty unfortunate. But if I survive here, which doesn't look pretty likely, so yeah, that's my one get out of jail free card here. But we're also gonna have to res Cyrus here, and I need to remember I still have my light soulstone, which I may or may not dump somewhere. Nice discount. Nice first try. So yeah, I still have Ice M and Light L that I can use on this encounter if I get it, because generally you get salamanders here, which die to that. The regular encounters also die to an Ice M.
There is no choice.
There's our good friends.
Now, what next? A gift for you.
I'll do my best. Take this.
So actually, I made a little mistake here. I wasn't supposed to. I didn't buy the extra M stone, but I can just use 2 L's in place. So as you see, I had 3 L stones there. It's a little annoying that I use an extra soul stone, but it's not a big deal. If I really wanted to save that, I can also save and quit here, but I'll just spam 2 L stones, which is overkill for Rodbitnir, but not like I have a choice there.
Flame, protect us. Well then, take this. I am not made for such battles. I will not lose to you. Let's do this.
A tempest of ice shall reign.
I'll do my best. What? I'll bring down those defenses.
Now, what a gift for you. Now consider it. Your tuition.
They'll not be defeated. Take this.
So this generally means, because I use an extra soulstone when I shouldn't have, this means I just won't have an extra soulstone at Matthias, but I can just grab the one from Noble Court. Not really a big deal, but it is nice to have it for that safety. I just do a lot of categories. The more categories you do, the more backup resources you know of. Like, honestly, for example, like the half game categories, I don't even know where half of the backup resources is, because a lot of those things that you grab are pretty unique to the category itself. Like, uncommon ones would be like the Ice L in Victor's Hollow. And the more you do like speed runs, like the more you understand mechanics. Like even from a casual standpoint, like I have a general understanding of like Matthias's mechanics and what he does. Like it's all honestly all like a matter of experience. And of course, like understanding the mistakes you have and fixing it accordingly. Like sometimes it's huge time loss, but if you're just looking to complete runs, like understanding it will make you a better player. Yeah, I've tried to prepare a lot of different ones just because people operate better off of like very scripted stuff, especially if you're new. Like, of course, some of my experience, like I can wing a lot of shit.
Stop here and now. I'll bring down those defenses. Here I go. Yeah!
Now, what next? How about this?
Well then,
So unfortunately, because I only have one extra L that I'm going to be getting, I can only do... I don't really have any insurance. In a rare case that I have two people before Matthias, so Matthias has 2 turns. But that's okay. I did recently modify it though, because to fix a couple minor mistakes. And I thought of some of the new scenarios like just today before the stream. Because there's only one before, and I noticed a lot of people were having trouble when things weren't going the way they were supposed to be going. So yeah, this is kind of bad because I can risk having a second encounter. So I didn't do that the most optimal order. I should have unequipped the stuff first, but it's not a big deal.
I will not lose to you. I'll get my money's worth. No, you will not.
I spare no.
So I know I use my Lightstone, so for 100% sure there's going to be an L stone at the bottom.
Take this. What to do?
I know I only have one L stone left.
Studied harder.
We will stop you here and now.
And of course, this game likes to give it to me, but we have a really good turn order, so
I will respect your
I'm just gonna do something slightly different and off key. Because I can get a free resin if, So yeah, completely free.
Here I go. Let me help. My turn. You're open.
What is the logical course of action? How about this?
I'll do my best. I will respect your barb. Let's
So yeah, this is just an example of like some of the ways that you can make the Matthias fight a little bit different. When you get more experience, you'll kind of learn like your win cons.
No, you will not. Let's do this. Let me help.
A tempest of ice shall reign.
Won't hold back. I'll get
I spare no. Thus ends your lesson.
Yeah, that's just like a good example of like how I was able to manipulate turn order there. Like I don't talk about it in the guide because I don't think you should account for it, but when you get more experience, you can understand like how to use turn orders to your advantage. Like I knew that Ophi was first, and I knew that I had turns before, so like and Cyrus and Ophi were before, so like even if there was no one before, I had insurance to take care of it because I knew that Tressa and I knew that by using Reflective turn 1 on Tressa, I had pretty much 100% chances of survival, and even if either Ophi or Cyrus got bopped, like I can use I can use someone's turn order. And